what's up? I'm Chantel. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing another back to school video. I'm doing a back to school Q&A. I did one of these last year. This year it's going to be a bit more personal because I'm actually going back to school this year. So yeah, anyways, I basically asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram and Twitter. And you guys did that. I've got like 4 or 5 questions here that I'm going to go through and answer. Maybe give like a little bit of advice for back to school if I can. I don't know. We'll see where this video goes. I don't really have a plan for it, I guess. Also, if I look really bad because it's really hot in here, like I'm literally dying. I'm literally got my fan going right here, and it's still really hot. Anyways, let's just get on with the Q&A. Alright, so first question is from Zaria, and she says, what are you most excited for? What am I most excited for? Also, I should probably back up here and say I'm going to my first year of university. I'm not saying what school, but I am very excited. Actually, I'll do a quick story time here. So I went to community college right outside of high school, and it didn't go well. I only lasted for like a semester and maybe like a week into the second semester, and I was studying library information technology, which I thought would be kind of interesting because I love libraries, I love reading. Turned out not to be the thing for me. I had to take a cataloging course, and it was the worst thing. Like, it was so hard, like harder than math, and I hate math. I actually have to take that this year. Anyways, I like failed most of my exams except for my English exam. I had to retake 1 or 2 of them, and I ended up passing them, but I still was like, I'm not ready for this. I just wasn't ready for college in general, even though it wasn't a big college, I wasn't moving away, it was just a community college. I still wasn't ready. Just going that transition from high school to college, I feel like I should have like waited a little while longer. So I basically dropped out at the beginning of my second semester, and I did some employment programs and looked for jobs, and then I ended up moving out while that was all happening. And yeah, and I decided I wanted to go back, but not to community college, I went to an actual university. It turns out I moved in December, and I'm actually not far from the school that I've been wanting to go to for like forever. My grandmother went there, and so did some other family members, and I have some friends that went here, and it's a really good school for like what I want to do, which is this, like psychology, maybe like working with kids, but also writing and English and stuff like that, just like all my interests. So I'm doing a general studies program. Because I have to take a math course that I didn't take in high school because I struggled with math a lot in school. So I just took an easier math course, but in order to do a major in psychology, which is what I want to do, I have to take a upgrading math course, which is basically like a stats prep kind of course, and also like your grade 12 math. And it's going to be online. I'm getting a tutor for it. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah, that's just a little story time about where I was, like that was about 4 years ago, and where I am now, and why I'm going for my first year of college, even though I'm actually 23, almost 24. Anyways, let's just move on with the questions. So yeah, back to Zaria's question. She said again, what are you most excited for? So I'm most excited to make new friends. I've actually already kind of made a few through Instagram. There's like I'm not gonna say the name of my school. There's a page for like all the students that are like going into their first year. You can post like a little bit about yourself, and like your interests and things like that, and like what you're going to be studying, and make friends from there. So I've made a few friends just on Instagram from that, but also there's a few that I've just made that like that I can't talk. There's a few that I've made in other ways. Like there's one girl actually that I met through the Charlie Gillespie with Julie and the Phantoms fandom, and it turns out she's also going to the same school as me, and we put each other down to be on our orientation team. So Caitlin, if you're watching this, hi, I can't wait to meet you. Yeah, I literally start school in like 2 weeks, by the way, just to mention that at the beginning. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to make new friends and meet some of the people that I've been talking to online. I'm actually meeting up with someone else tomorrow that I met through Instagram that goes to my school. She's going to her second year. I'm also excited for some of my classes. There's a few that I'm like really excited for. Just like for like the whole like college environment. I'm excited to like join like clubs. There's an improv society at my school that I'm definitely going to be hopefully joining because I love acting and theater and stuff like that, and improv is something I've done like since like junior high, and I've always loved it. Also, I'm thinking possibly joining a sorority. Still thinking about it. I don't know. If you have any thoughts on that, comment down below. Basically, my school doesn't have one, but there's one that started at another big school in the city that accepts students from all the major universities like within the city, and community colleges. So they mostly, but the only thing is the members that the sisters, I don't know how it works. The people in the sorority are mostly from like just like two certain schools, not from the one that I'm going to. So I'd be like, well, me and my friend and a friend of mine is kind of thinking the same thing as well. So we might, there's a rush week I can't talk, coming up like in a few weeks, so I might try to join. I'm still thinking about it. Like, I'm gonna have a few other things that I'm gonna be doing, like swimming and like this club that I'm involved with, and yeah, I don't really know. I just thought it'd be a good way to like make friends, especially like some really close girlfriends that like I've never really had. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I have my best friend Nikki and my friend Jasmine. You guys have met them before, or not Jasmine, but you've met Nikki. But like just like have that kind of environment in school, even though a lot of them probably won't actually go to my school. So I probably won't. Maybe I will. I don't know. Yeah, it was something that was like suggested to me by a friend and actually fellow YouTuber. I'm not gonna like say her name. I don't know if she like wants that out there now, but I was just talking to her and telling her how like I'm nervous about like making friends and stuff like that. She was like, join a club, maybe join a sorority. That's what I did, and she made some like really good friends, and they seemed like really close. So maybe, but also another friend that I knew in like elementary and middle school. We're not really friends anymore. I haven't talked to her like much since like middle school. But she was like, no, don't do it because it can be really toxic. She did it her first year and she said it was like really toxic and like horrible. But then other people have had really good experiences, so I don't know. Anyway, I just kind of rambled on about that way too long. So yeah, anyways, next question. What was my favorite subject? In high school, it was probably English. So as I mentioned before, I love reading, I love writing. So that's definitely, I was always really good at English too. So yeah, English. I also love drama. I only took it in grade 10. I wanted to take it in grade 12. But it just didn't work out because the class was full, and for some reason, even though I requested it to be in my schedule, they didn't put me in it. The only way to go into the class was if someone dropped out, but nobody did because it was a really popular class. So yeah, but I did take it in grade 10 at a different school. I went to a private school for my first 3 years of high school, and then for my final year I went to public school. So yeah, I love drama, like acting, theater, all that kind of stuff. It's actually one thing I could go back and do. I would want to like be like in like the musical of my senior year in high school, because that was the year that I was at a public school and they did a full school musical. My private school didn't do that, and I wanted to audition, but I didn't really have like a way home after auditions, or not after auditions, after the rehearsal. Also, it's a musical and I can't sing. I love acting, but I can't sing or dance really well. So yeah, but what other subjects did I like? I liked sociology. I took that in grade 12 and I loved it, and my teacher was really great. I also took a global politics class and a geography class, and my teacher for that was the best. He was just so cool and chilled and like really good at explaining things, and really good at like making our class like have like a really good like discussion about things, and like it wasn't so much like a lot of like writing, and like we didn't really do tests. Like for our exams, we could choose a topic we wanted to write about, and we could like write out like little points like on a sheet of paper that we were going to talk about in our essay, and then we just went in and rewrote the essay, but we were able to look at our notes, which was like really cool. And he was just such a good teacher, so that made the class really enjoyable. Yeah, I also took art in grade 11 and I really liked it. My teacher was really good. I took it the year before, but I didn't like it because I was just too hard on myself. Everything I would make would be like, no, it doesn't look like it's supposed to, and I actually ended up putting that, just like dropping out of that class after like the first month. But I took it in grade 11 and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, so basically anything like arts and like social science, really, like I don't like science, but I like the social science kind of aspect of things. I like stuff to do with like the brain and like how people think and do things and like why and stuff like that. I find that really interesting. Next question. Okay. My next question is from, oh, that was from Nikki, by the way, the last one. The next one is from Amber, and she says, what are you most nervous about? What am I most nervous about? Even though I'm like really excited to make new friends, I'm also really nervous about it, because I'm kind of awkward. Yeah, I don't know if I want people to know that I have a YouTube channel. I feel like that'd be kind of embarrassing, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. So yeah, just like making new friends. Also, I'm really nervous about my math course, because math is not my strong suit. Yeah, also nervous that like I don't know like my way around campus. I was there the other day to pick up some books at the bookstore, and like there's, even though it's like a small school and it's like all like in one area, it's on a hill, but there's still several different buildings and like different ways to get to the buildings. There's like tunnels, and there's like you can like walk around like on like outdoors, and there's like all these stairs and like hills, and it's just really complicated, for me at least. Like right now, I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out, and I'm going to orientation like in like 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to find my way around to every class. Actually, second semester I have a class in a building at the bottom, or the top of the hill, the top of the hill from what time? From 10:30 to 11:45, and then 15 minutes later I have another class at the bottom of the hill. So I have to like go down. But I think there might be a tunnel that I can take like indoors, because that's like in the winter. I don't want to be like running down the hill like in the middle of winter and probably like falling on my ass. But yeah, kind of nervous about that, but that's not till the winter. I'm sure I'll know the campus better by then. So yeah, basically just finding my way around campus, making friends. Also, like, I don't know what the professors are gonna be like. I've been hearing some things, or not hearing, but like there's like a Facebook group that I'm part of, and people have been like having like different opinions on some of the professors. They're like, oh, this person was like really disorganized and she wasn't great, but there's other people that are like, oh, she was great, like I loved her. And then there's people that are like, oh no, this professor's like really boring. Luckily for my first semester I only have 3 classes, and one of them is in person, and then one is online, and the other one is also online, but it's not like a set class time. Like it's not like I have like a class like every Friday or something like that. It's like kind of like a go at your own pace, kind of just do it when you can kind of thing. But I am thinking of working on it every Friday, actually, because I don't have any set classes on Fridays. I'll probably do tutoring on Fridays. I will be doing like a day in my life kind of thing later on once I started school. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Next question is, I think that was all from Instagram. Now let's go on to Twitter. That's not Twitter. Where is it? I'm using my old phone to answer the questions and filming on my current phone, and I just haven't used this in a while, so I forget where all my apps are. Okay, so the next question is from May, and she says, what ones do you think are going to be your favorite classes this semester? I'd say my cultural studies class. I am taking that for semester, and it sounds really interesting. It's like all about like learning like the culture of pop culture, and like also just like the way like news and the way like that things are. I'm just gonna read like the class description, which I don't have in front of me because it's on my other phone, so I won't be doing that. But yeah, it's just kind of like all about like learning about like different aspects of culture, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely very excited for that. That one's online, and then I'm also excited for my psychology course, which it's like psychology is a social science, so it's more like not so much like the hardcore like science of it. It's more like almost like sociology, which I took in high school. So kind of like basically from what I could get from the description was like, I've been saying like a lot, I gotta stop. But basically it's like learning about like stuff. I don't know how to explain it, like the way you like kids develop, or I think it's like that part of like child development, and also like like different aspects and how like different how you associate with like other people and like the history of psychology and all that stuff. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'll probably know more once I start school. Well, obviously I will. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry, this video is probably kind of a mess, but most of my videos are, so yeah. Anyways, I think, yeah, those are probably ones I'm most excited for this semester. Next semester, I'm looking forward to my English class because, like I said, I love English, so yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And also I'm taking Intro to Child Youth Studies, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah, anyways, that is basically it for this video, and it was a pretty short Q&A. I might do another Q&A like later on in the year or whatever, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!